It's time now for the award-winning #1 local talk show in Northeast Pennsylvania, The Sam Lesante Show. Now here's your host, Sam Lesante.
Well, you know, folks, 5.4 million Americans are living with this disease. What is it? It's Alzheimer's disease. Let me tell you just a little bit about it, folks. Alzheimer is a type of dementia that causes problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. Symptoms usually develop slowly and get worse over time, becoming severe enough to interfere with daily tasks. Now, for those of you who have had family members who have Alzheimer's, you know all about it. Now, for those of you who have people who have relatives or friends who have Alzheimer's, I want to talk to you about Fritzingertown Senior Living Community. Now, why? It's very important. Today, I have two special guests. Both of them are living with grandparents and who have Alzheimer's. They decided to do a video to bring more awareness to it, okay? But let me just tell you, folks, about why it's important to make sure that you have proper care. Now, Fritzingertown Senior Living Community, okay, and I'm going to put the phone number on the screen, 788-4178. Important for you to have it, okay? Their residents, the Evergreen residents, has an Alzheimer's dementia care unit developed to accommodate the area's growing need for such specialized care. They provide quality caring, support for residents suffering from these diseases. Evergreen now is a separate secured unit located at the same campus as their assisted living residence, which is Superior. Evergreen's design has been created to provide residents and their families with feelings of warmth and comfort, all in a home-like setting, and they come to what you should expect at Fritzingertown. Now, folks, you need to experience Fritzingertown, especially if you have someone who has dementia. And we'll talk a little bit more about Fritzingertown. But the number is 788-4178. It's important because we're going to be talking about that. Now, my guests today, Jordan Green and Eva Katherine. Thanks for coming on the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
This is an interesting thing. The Pottsville Republican just recently did an article on the both of you on the video that you did, okay? And it says here, over the last several years, you, Jordan, have watched your grandmother's mind gradually fade, and you wanted to do a song to remind your family about the good times, okay? This is certainly a sad thing. I know many people who have Alzheimer's and many who have passed away from Alzheimer's. Just recently, a very good friend of mine who worked here for many years, his wife died from Alzheimer's. It's a sad thing.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's sad. As I said, 5.4 million Americans have it. And that's why care, as I mentioned about Fritzingertown Living Community, these people specialize in that, okay, as well as their great unit that they have. But let's talk about you, and then we'll get to you, Eva, in a minute. What happened in your family?
Well, my grandmother was the core of my family, and she was very motivating to me through my childhood, and she was a leader of 6 kids. She raised a family, and she was a district magistrate for 12 years, and she was the figure in my life that I looked up to as a small child. And as I gradually saw her fade and her mind just get taken from her, I was just watching my family suffer, you know, from this. And it was very hard for me to watch my family in that situation.
And as you're talking, we're showing some pictures of your grandmother. So just continue, just so that people know, you know, the good times that you're talking about.
These are the good times, like us playing in the yard around Easter time, you know, being able when the family is together, you know, typical families having fun times. And these are what I want to remember my grandmother by, all the parades, you know, the having fun at Christmas dinner and, you know, going to the beach and just enjoying. And, you know, the disease is very, very serious, and I felt that it was necessary for me to proceed and pursue this project to be able to...
How long ago was it when this video was taken?
This probably was taken about 15, 16 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's her as a judge. This was at actually a surprise party that we had that was her retirement party. And she was just a great woman, leader, and she was very, I looked up to her as a kid, and it was a shame to watch her mind fade. And my family, my aunts and uncles, watching them kind of like, not like they're not there, like they're upset with seeing their mother in that condition. And every Christmas, you know, when her mind would just, it's a slow process of her mind just fading. At the nursing home, now she actually isn't able to, the disease took her speech, so it's very disheartening. So I want to this Christmas was actually a really good Christmas. We all got together and played the video, and all of my family members actually can see, you know, what it was. It was very warming in the heart.
When you were doing the video, I'm sure that there's a reason why you did the video, and we're going to show the video when we come back after a break. But when did you see, you know, does your grandmother recognize you?
I like to believe that, yes.
Does she respond to?
She not now. She doesn't. She like, as of 2 years ago, she was.
And you know what really tears you apart is, you know, you don't know what's going on in their mind.
Exactly.
You don't know whether they do see you and they do recognize you and they cannot, you know, relate, you know, back and forth, and that's where the pain comes in. Not only for the family, but you can imagine what that person's going through. Okay. We just saw videos of a very healthy person who was, you know, active and doing something, and when these things happen. So it does affect the family, and there's many out there that have seen this happen in their families. So where is she at right now?
She is at the Schuylkill Center in Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. But I mean, so as far as does she talk? Does she get?
She does not respond. She does eat, and she makes eye contact with you. I don't assume that she doesn't see me or hear me. I just kind of be there for her regardless of the situation.
Eva, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Eva's here because your great-grandmother has Alzheimer's, and what happened there?
Well, when my great-grandmother was first diagnosed, I was young, so I'm only 14 now. So I really didn't get to experience, you know, her love, and I'm sure I did, but I just really don't remember a lot of it. But, you know, you have pictures, and you can look back and reminisce on all of the good times, but I think it's harder for my mom and my grandmother now than it is for me, because, you know, they grew up with her, and they loved her, and that was their mom and their grandma. So we were actually just out. She's in Western Pennsylvania. We were there, and she's in the hospital now. But it's hard to think that, you know, she doesn't really remember who my mom is or who her daughter is. So it's hard to watch. But, you know, she's shown some signs of recognizing or, you know, saying hi. But it's a struggle. Barely. Every once in a while you can get her, and she's actually, the most remarkable thing that I think we saw was we were talking about her sister, who's 93. We said, Irma, do you know how many years older your sister is than you? And she went, yeah, 4, which was absolutely, you know, spot on, seeing as she just had a birthday. So, you know, there are some times when we think it's great, and she remembers, and she's there, and she's with us, and then other times where it's really hard.
Now, let me ask you, how old is your great-grandmother?
80, late 80s.
Late 80s.
Yeah.
And when did she start having the symptoms of dementia?
I want to say probably when early 80s.
So it was a matter of early 80s and maybe gradually. How about your grandmother's 83 now?
83 years old now.
And
yes.
when was the first time that she?
Probably about 15 years ago.
15 years ago?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So she was still just coming off from the magistrate as a judge.
Exactly.
Was she a judge when she started?
She was actually retired.
Okay. So living with this, and the whole purpose, I think, the show, folks, is to bring awareness, okay? There are certainly great things happening right now, but the thing is coping. And so what these two young people did is they were able to cope with this, but then came up with a video. Now, why did you come up with the video? That's what I want to know.
The video is to portray an image, to basically, if you do a song, if you write a song, you hear it in the radio. And when you hear it, you kind of come up with your own vision. This is the actual vision that I had of doing this, being able to, throughout the video, you'll see Eva, she sings the chorus. She was actually the best fit for the chorus because of her voice. And in the chorus, she portrays an angel because my grandmother can't speak. So what we did was have her play a role as the angel. So we wrote her verse, around to, hey, everything's fine, like the angels letting everybody know that everything's fine. And we did a scene in front of a church to showcase the religious beliefs that my grandmother had. And then obviously we're able to share the clips.
And there's another facet there. You know, it seems that in the country today, more and more people, which is unfortunate, and I hope I'm dead wrong with this, are becoming more secular, and the religion part is they feel they don't need God anymore. They don't need, you know, it's all science and stuff, and it's such a sad thing. So how important is religion to your grandmother?
Very important. It was the core of our family. It was the core of what we did, our beliefs, how we woke up and put our shoes on every day. And just that alone, to see her, she's what taught us about religion.
How about you, Eva?
Well, my family's Roman Catholic, so I grew up, I still, getting confirmed in a few months.
God bless you.
So it's very, thank you. So it's very, you know, very strict Roman Catholic. And actually one of the last trips that my great-grandmother made across the state to see us was when I made my first communion. So that was really special, having her there. And even though she really couldn't recall a lot of things, it just made me feel good knowing that my whole big, loud family was there.
And you know, the thing is that it's no matter what religion you have something and have a substance. And
Exactly.
and when you take God out of everything, you see what's happening. And this is, I think, is probably a stronghold that you do have, is that you do have a strong faith. And what else can you cling to when you're in situations like this? You have to have a very strong faith. And it's great to see young people like you being able to maintain that, okay? Folks, I'm talking to Jordan Green and Eva Katherine, who both are experiencing right now a grandmother and great-grandmother who have Alzheimer's. Now, I want to talk to you about, you know, the fact that, you know, if this is happening or you have dementia, I highly recommend, I really do, highly recommend that you call the fine people at Fritzingertown Senior Living Community. They are experts in this. Assistance with personal care, 24-hour care, medication monitoring, professional health monitoring, 3 balanced nutritional meals and snacks, housekeeping and laundry services, transportation, cable for television, activities every day, 2 courtyards, one level, no steps. It's perfect for anybody who is experiencing that, if you need them. And as far as their assisted living is concerned, they're superior. When we come back, we're going to show you the video and about Alzheimer's. It's interesting because, folks, 5.4 million Americans have it. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. Alzheimer's, 5.4 million people have it. Okay, it's the most common early symptom of Alzheimer's is difficulty remembering newly learned information. Today's show we have Jordan Green and Eva Katherine, who did a video because Jordan's grandmother has Alzheimer's and Eva, her great-grandmother has Alzheimer's. But if you want to get in touch with me, it's sam@ssptv.com. And please go to our website. This show can be seen on our website 24/7. So if you have any friends relatives who have Alzheimer's and want to know about the video, you can watch it on YouTube. Go to our website at ssptv.com. I wanted to thank all of the people in the greater Pottsville area and also northeastern Pennsylvania and greater Hazleton area for watching us. Now, Fritzingertown Senior Living Community, the reason I'm bringing this up is their Evergreen Residence is an Alzheimer dementia care unit developed to accommodate the area's growing need for such specialized care. And this is what you need, folks, specialized care. They provide quality, caring support for residents suffering from these debilitating diseases. And they specialize in this, and the number is 788-4178. Also, folks, I got to tell you about Fritzingertown a little bit because they're great people down there. They're 25 years. Okay, and when you're talking assisted living, you're talking from your own family. Very critical, folks, to go to people that understand, especially if you're a veteran. There are a lot of opportunities that you can take advantage of, but especially with the Alzheimer's thing, Fritzingertown has been top shelf, and I highly recommend them. Now, getting back to you, Jordan, the video that we're about to see. Now, once again, how did this video, why did you decide to do the video? And we're going to show it.
Well, the video was to give the people who don't know, who aren't up to date on how serious the disease is, a visual, so they can kind of relate to see people. There are a lot of people are suffering from this out there.
And then you incorporated Eva to help you with it.
Eva,
right?
absolutely. She
All right.
was a big part in this video.
So let's show the video, folks, and I hope you're impressed by it.
This is for you. This is for you. This is for you, Nan. This is for you. I saw you sink in the depths with this horrible disease. I couldn't think into depths with this horrible disease. Look in your eyes, lost and confused. Yeah, they took your mind, but they'll never take you. Nah, they'll never take you. This is for you, man, this is for you. Used to walk in your house, used to lighten the mood. All his cousins, we be rushing. You were on fire, swear you lived to be 100. It was Mel, Eric, Mike, Libby, Law, and Kirsten. And here's to you being a leader, the core we all believed in. Yes, you are the reason for all of our achievements. So I'ma make sure they'll never forget you. I said it, I'll embed it, I'll spread it like confetti. It's coming from the chest, and Betty, you the best grandmother we could have. I love you, Nan.
See what I'm saying? This feeling in my heart. Yeah, I'll never be the same. So sing this song to wash away the pain.
Leader of 6 kids, I'm a witness, so religious. Your faith in the Lord, your bond is the strongest. Not a person on this earth you couldn't get along with. Nah, and you as a judge, you served your community, the few that I could trust. It was you who became immune to me. It was you who put the fuel in me. It was you who told me I could be anything I wanna be. It was you. This is for you, Nan. This is for you. Cherish every breath and the moments that we hold. Struggle through the steps, but I never let it go. Nah, never let it go. From boardwalks to beaches, I'm sure like the sands, it tears me to pieces. How this disease leaves you speechless.
It's not just meant for any other police department. They all get it. They all get it. I want to thank everybody. Have a good time. Drive safe.
What a beautiful tribute to your grandmother. It was very nice.
Appreciate that.
You know, when you, and Eva, beautiful voice. I wish you the best. It's really great that 2 young people get together and do something as a tribute. You know, you have sad times. You know, there were happy times. Now there's sad times. How do you take the sad times and make them happy? Here again, God only knows what's going through their minds when they see you. Okay, and I guess what they don't want to see is pain in their families' faces because they're having pain. I don't, believe me, I don't have an answer here, but I'm just trying to grope at something saying, you know, you have this video. Did your grandmother see the video?
Yes,
Okay.
we did.
Did your great-grandmother see the video? Well, she should see the video, okay? It'd be interesting, whatever, because, you know, you see those things, you know, and we all have family times. Folks, I'm talking to Jordan Green and Eva Katherine, who wrote this video, because Jordan's grandmother has Alzheimer's, and Eva's great-grandmother has all the Alzheimer's, bringing awareness to it, okay? And then I highly recommend, folks, if there's anyone that has dementia, just call the Fritzingertown. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. 5.4 million people have Alzheimer's, and for those of you who have Alzheimer's or have dementia, I highly recommend that you contact Fritzinger Senior Living Community, folks. It's 788-4178. These people are experts in this. They have the evergreen residence, and they are developed to accommodate the growing need for Alzheimer's, but they're secured, they're trained, they're there to help you in the time of need, and that's Fritzingertown Senior Living. And of course, 25 years, they're celebrating the 25-year anniversary. It's just a great place for personal care as well. I would highly recommend that you check them out. Jordan and Eva, talking about, you know, the video. Now, what did you say the video, what does it do as far as bringing awareness to it?
Well, the video helped me as a person cope through the serious times, but...
How old are you, Jordan?
I'm 28 years old.
28?
Yes.
Okay.
And as far as being able to portray a visual for the people to see, you know, my frustrations with the disease, because it is frustrating to go through and see your family in those conditions. And I just think music is a beautiful tool to help, you know, portray all these beautiful things, especially the good times. We don't want to remember any sickness or bad or anything like that. This song is to portray all the good times that we had, and that was very, you know, warming inside for me to be able to share that for my family and for anybody else who suffers from the disease. So
Eva,
this is...
How old are you?
14.
Okay, and you know, the same thing as you feel as far as the video is concerned. Okay, isn't it great that the both of you have something that I wish every American had, is that you have strong families, you have family values, you have religion and God a part of your lives, okay, and not afraid to say it on television. And when you see what's on TV today and how they're just trying to destroy the family life, it just sort of like gets you to the point of saying, where are we coming? I don't know how, you know, some people call me the old fuddy-duddy, but no, I think if you didn't have that substance that you have, Jordan, and you have that substance and the feeling and the emotion, you've never put a video together like this. How do you respond to that? You're 28. I mean,
28.
there's a lot of people who are 28 years old that don't go to church, have no religion, could care less about family values. All they're concerned about is themselves, very selfish. And I applaud you and your families. Believe me, I do. Because sometimes parents have to be parents, and sometimes parents are not parents. They want to be friends, but they're parents. But I applaud you for that.
I appreciate that. It's just believe in why you're here. Everything happens for a reason. Keep your religious beliefs strong. And life is a beautiful thing. So, you know, appreciate the good times and appreciate all of those things. And for Eva and I to be able to portray a song like this to you guys, I mean, it's our dream to be able to be musicians and everything, but to do it in a positive manner, there's no greater thing out there than to do it like that. Seriously.
Eva, how do you feel about that?
I completely agree. I don't think I would be anywhere without my family. They've all been so supportive, and the fact that we are as close as we are is definitely, I mean, that's why I love doing what I do so much. And I think this video was a great way to not only kind of give back to other families that are suffering, but I know for Jordan's family and for my family, it was a great way to acknowledge probably two of the strongest women that we know. So.
Well, that's so great that you're able to enjoy that. And the video, folks, you could watch the video on YouTube. Chris, go to our website. It's on our website on the show. I want to thank the both of you for coming on. And I want to thank my friend Eric Micah, attorney Eric Micah. He's the one that sent me the email and said the great things about Jordan and Eva. And thanks, Eric, attorney Micah, for doing that. So I wish you well. And you have a video here, right? You know, say, and you know, now something's happening in May. Let's talk about that. We got about a minute left. On May 2nd, what's going on?
May 2nd at the Schuylkill Country Club. we're hosting a dinner for dementia group who, a couple of my friends actually have family members that suffer from the same disease.
And there's the number, folks. As you're talking, there's a number. Write it down. You can make, get information on it. But continue. I didn't mean
Call, make a reservation, come out and support such a great group. Make a difference any way you can. We're going to have a nice dinner. We're going to be able to play the video over dinner. It's going to be a great event. Call for reservations, and we'll be happy to help you.
Thank you very much. And folks, in closing, I want to thank Fritzingertown Senior Living Community for giving me this information on their Evergreen unit. It is superb. It is excellent for those who are suffering from dementia or Alzheimer's, and also the respite care. They have great opportunities for veterans if you've been in the service, for assisted living, their first class 25 years anniversary. All the people there are trained. It's 788-4178. I highly recommend for assisted living or dementia. Give them a call. Just get information. Thank you so much.
Sam, thanks for having us.
It's my pleasure. Okay, folks, thanks for joining us. Remember, sam@ssptv.com. Love your comments, folks, and remember, tune us in. We're now bringing, incidentally, for the Pottsville area, whether you know it or not, we're sneaking in our news at 8 o'clock, and we're giving you a little taste of what may be coming for the Pottsville area. But tune us in at 8 o'clock on Comcast 7 for our news, and we're also expanding in the Pottsville area as I promised. We'll see you next time.